I am a little bit surprised at this data. I mean, people in California, they know that a new, much better version of the Model 3 is imminent. And yet, the Model Y and the Model 3 were the first and second best-selling cars in California. The Model Y by a wide margin over the first 3 months of this year. 20% of all cars sold so far this year in California were fully electric. Just imagine what that number would actually be if there were more EVs available in more market segments from other manufacturers not called Tesla. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. My name's Sam Evans. I'm coming to you from Thailand right now, but I am very excited to see this data. And the reason being, I think it won't be long before we start seeing Model 2s, Model A's, lots of different cars from different manufacturers not called Tesla, EV penetration in California. I believe in 5 years' time, it'll be at probably 90%, possibly even higher. Why? Because even trucks are being electrified. And it's happening in California faster than many other places around the world. Really, the fact is here, whether you hate or you don't, whether you love or hate California, it's actually setting an incredible example for other states in America, for other countries around the world. And while largely we have people buying Teslas and Tesla themselves to thank. What's interesting is that people in California, even though they have access to plug-in hybrids, there's quite a few of them available, they're choosing to buy EVs instead. Plug-in hybrid share continues to actually really go nowhere. EV market share is 20%. Plug-in hybrids are around 4.4%. Very small percentage in comparison to electric cars. Last year, the Tesla Model 3 outsold the Toyota Camry. It's still outselling the Camry, even though Camry sales have gotten closer, because Model 3 sales aren't probably as high as what they'll be for the rest of the year, because there'll be a new Model 3. And I think a lot of people are saying, hey, hang on a minute, let's wait for that. That looks pretty impressive. It will be very, very good. I'm convinced of that. I'm 100% convinced that it will be a significant upgrade over the existing model. I just made a video about it, by the way. I'll put a link in the description. It looks like production is imminent at the factory in Fremont and in China for the new Model 3. I think we're going to see an increase in Model 3 sales this year. It's been a bit of a decline this year compared to last year, particularly in Europe, but we're going to see that ramp up again once this new model is available. The Model Y was California's most popular vehicle with 31,940 vehicles delivered. Incredible, considering second place was the Model 3 with 17,715. It's so far ahead of any other brand's competing vehicle. It's just staggering. I mean, in third place, you've got the Toyota Camry with 13,929 sales. Why anyone would buy a Camry, I have no idea. But anyway, it's so far behind, 13,929. Tesla nearly sold 3 times as many Model Ys as the Toyota Camry. Fourth place was the RAV4 with 13,326 sales. Who would have thought this, right? I don't know if you've seen the recent 60 Minutes video. It's got a rehash showing the interview with Elon Musk from about 10 years ago, where they're looking at the Roadster, and Elon saying that EVs are going to be the future. And the interviewer is saying, oh yeah, will they? Are you sure? You really think so? Now, who could have predicted that this would happen 10 years ago? I don't think anyone would have said this would happen. So this means the Model Y actually expanded its dominance in America, or in California, significantly. Last year, it held 7.6% of the light truck market, selling 1.4 times as many vehicles as the second placed RAV4. 1.4, as you can see, is not that far off hitting 3. I mean, it's what, 2.5 times as many sales now? That's a big difference. You're looking at 7.6% last year versus 10.3% now. When you get the new Model Y Juniper version, which will come out in the first quarter of next year, I think you're going to see the Model Y is just going to dominate California sales next year too. If you combine them all together though, total car sales, Tesla is the second best-selling brand in California behind Toyota, since Tesla sells in fewer segments than Toyota does. But Toyota's full market share was 17% in 2022. It has fallen to 15.2% in Q1 2023. Why? Well, because as reports say, many buyers, in fact, a large percentage of customers who buy a Tesla previously were Toyota owners. So people are saying, well, Toyota, we've waited a long time now. You've said you'll have an EV now. You've said you'll have compelling EVs now for years. And in fact, for more than a decade, they've said it. You've said it. You've made all these promises. Hasn't happened. Okay, we're just going to get an EV. Why would you not? I mean, honestly, I can't understand why you'd buy a RAV4, period. How is the RAV4 better than a Model Y when the price is the same after the EV incentives? It doesn't make sense. That's what I think. Let me know your thoughts on that one. Tesla's market share in 2022 in California was 11.2%. It's increased to 11.8% in 2023. Tesla's success in California, it really is a big achievement, considering the company's origins in the state and the competition it faces. There is more competition now than ever before. The Model 3 outsold the Camry, and that's something the media will be talking about. That's something we want everyone to hear about. And I really do believe the Model 3 refresh Project Highland will potentially strengthen Tesla's position in the market in California. In terms of overall market share, sure, it's true, Tesla's overall market share hasn't changed much. It's gone up a little bit. But the interesting thing is, we've seen Tesla's market share go up, Toyota's go down. I believe most market analysts would have said that that wouldn't have happened. They would have said, no, Tesla's going to lose market share. Toyota's going to gain it. That's not what we're seeing. Now, why is this information significant? Why am I even bothering to report on it? Well, because the data from California's automotive market is significant, as the state often sets trends and acts as a bellwether for the rest of the country to some degree. I know a lot of people don't like hearing that, but it is true. The strong sales performances of EVs, particularly Tesla's vehicles, in California indicates a growing acceptance and adoption of electric mobility, which is likely to eventually lead to other states and regions. And really, the other thing worth considering here is one of the key reasons for Tesla's success in California is the state's strong commitment to reducing greenhouse gas emissions and promoting clean transportation. And that is definitely working. You've got to give them some credit for that. California has set ambitious goals for increasing the adoption of zero emissions vehicles and has implemented various incentives and policies to support EV ownership. These include financial incentives such as rebates and tax credits, as well as initiatives to expand charging infrastructure. California has, without a question, the best charging infrastructure for electric cars of any state in America. And that's one reason why EV penetration there will continue to grow at the expense of internal combustion engines. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.